What in the world? Boeing drops. The market rips. Oh, I don't know. But before I get into this video, hopefully you saw the video I made last night. Said the stock market's going to be crazy. Every single aspect we talked about came up again, so that's one thing. But before I get into that, you guys have been awesome on it, and I really appreciate it. So if you guys like content like this, these daily market updates, knowing what happened in the explanation, or just want to support in general, drop a thumbs up on the video. It lets YouTube know, and it's been helping a lot, so I appreciate that. And make sure you check out the live streaming channel. And lastly, up here in the corner, there's a little eye that comes up, and you might see words that say, will China do this? That's a poll. So if you guys click on it and answer those questions, I'm trying to source out information here, and well, we're trying to get some information. And make sure you guys are here on the live stream. We had about 230, 250 people today. It was really awesome. It's a free chat, so get in there. Make sure you guys are there. But now, let's talk about this. I want to make this quick. There's about 3 things, and literally, it said what I said yesterday happened. You know, we didn't have any new news, but the market literally gapped up. It went straight up. But one thing I pointed out was it wasn't that crazy of a move. We're just, you know, it's still ripping now, and we're hitting that 200 points up there. I don't know why is it not focusing. Hold on. Nope, it doesn't want to focus. So I don't know if you guys see that, but that's 200 points up. But then Boeing dropped. And Boeing came up, and I said that was going to have an effect last night when China did that, but I didn't think it'd have that big of an effect. It ended up bouncing up, which is very, very important too. There's that, but then the other developments, and this is the main thing, and I'm going to show you guys a chart so you guys could take a look, and what I compared it to is Brexit. So that's one of the questions I asked here in the poll is, do you think the China trade talks is going to be more important or not? And Brexit coming up, I'm going to show you the chart that I'm relating it to, because that vote is going to be tonight or tomorrow, and depending on what happens there, it could create a huge effect in the stock market. However, it's kind of turned into a gray swan where we've been downplaying it, because every time it's came up, nothing's really happened. So we've kind of slept on that. So that's one thing, but before, I want to explain why did the stock market go up today. You know, we saw, and again, this is what I said. There wasn't no new news. It was more of a digestion, and there was a few pieces of news I am going to share with you today. But simply, I believe it was on Jay Powell. He had the 60 Minutes interview. He was very, very dovish, and I think the markets took that as another sign. There was no more developments in trade. Kudlow said a few things, and we did have the budget drop today, and that didn't move the markets. There was another thing that happened that I think is important is Venezuela. We did another sanction on Russian banks, helping them out. They had their power go off, and I believe that that is only a matter of time before Venezuela issues and the connections to Russia, oil, and all those markets till it starts affecting our market. So keep your eyes out on for that. And then lastly was the Boeing. And now, people don't understand Boeing. I'm going to make another video on this, but simple as this. It is a brand new plane. They spent millions of dollars on research and development on it. They're creating it. It costs a lot of money. They have a lot of orders for it. But for a brand new plane to crash twice in 2 separate instances, and they're saying it's the pitch shift corrector, the autopilot, it doesn't matter whatever the reason is. The fact that it's happening and killing people, that is not good. And honestly, this is a very serious issue. Even, this isn't something that, just because we're making money on it or that. There's both analyzing this as a business, and then there's the humanitarian issue side of it. We're going to look at the business side, though. That is huge for any plane to be falling out of the sky like that for any reason. That is the issue. So how Boeing is going to have an effect will be interesting. But again, I go back to my video I made yesterday. I think the market is going to be crazy because the fact we got an 11% drop on Boeing, it rebounded 5% throughout the day. Other stocks went up 2%, and we still only had this like 1% move and still below all these key support levels. It's getting interesting. So again, watch out for the rest of that. And let me show you guys now what I'm looking for tomorrow. And I said this on the thing, and I'm going to make another video today. That's why I said like the video, you guys, thumbs up it. So when I post a lot of videos, you don't get lost in the sauce. And even by liking the ones you do like, it lets YouTube know which one of my content to show you. But at the end of the day, there is going to be cool plays here on Tesla, Boeing, and NVIDIA especially what we saw. So I'm watching that, but let me show you guys what I was talking about with Brexit and what could happen. Okay, so this is what I want to show you guys. This is zoomed in. This is July 2016, June 2016. This was the first time we had Brexit and that effect on the market. That's one thing, and then this is where we are now. And really what I want to say is it looks kind of similar. And again, it'd be kind of foolish just to look at the chart, but I know some of you guys like the charts. It looks very similar where we were coming down. The market literally made this huge run up from 2016 coming in the election. It happened slow, had this drop, few days up coming into it, and then boom, it dropped the day after. And because I remember today reminded me, because today felt like it, because again, all this Brexit news is coming out for today, but I was really surprised, honestly, because I was like, this feels like Brexit the first time, but every single time so far it's been washed off. But that's where we are now. It looks kind of similar. We've gone up, you know, these 2 days. We didn't have the same sort of run up. I guess this was a 4-day run up here. But it looks kind of similar if you can see that. That's today. This is the Brexit in 2016. Now, the pound and euro have been going crazy today. That's why it's important to watch. But at the end of the day, the biggest factor of all this is that it could be a hard Brexit is awful. But why it's turned into a gray swan, why I'm not expecting this, because markets have really slowed down when it comes to Brexit. They've been kicking the can. It's been very, very dramatic. But the U.S. market stopped responding because nothing negative has really developed. However, this is what I'm saying. I think the markets could be crazy. This could be one of those elements. If we do get bad news for Brexit or something changes than the last 2 or 3 meetings and the market starts to digest this negatively, this could be bad, and that's why, you know, it'll be good. And I'll even talk about it in another video with my thesis kind of relating to the rest of the market. But I love this. I'm excited. I was, you know, I meant it when I said the markets are going to be crazy and even understanding this all. But what's making it so exciting is that it's setting up short-term stuff, and we're seeing a lot of short-term news and how it's playing out. But then what's going to happen here in the next 2 to 4 weeks and how it's setting up, you know, it's setting up one of my nice swing trades that I'm getting ready for. So I'm excited, but I'll leave it at that. Hopefully you guys like it. You know the drill, like it, all that. And give me your questions, give me your feedback, answer the poll. And what do you think? Am I wrong? Tell me why. Link it to a post, you know, put some sources in here. We want information. So I'm giving you guys my thoughts. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, and I would love to see you on the stream. And good work to everybody today. We hit a record, so we killing it, baby. The coast live and well, let's get it!